Hey, I'm Alex Radical from Board Game Co, and this is an unboxing and rambling of Too Many Bones, Unbreakable, all the stuff with Too Many Bones, Unbreakable. We're gonna go ahead and dive into this. We have, of course, our knife and our coffee. I knocked into this. I was literally about to say, what I was going to say is we have our knife, we have our coffee, and now I need to put these boxes down before they fall over from their delicate... Even my example messed up over there. We're gonna go ahead and put these boxes down over here. I'm gonna go ahead and grab that fallen box because it is down by the side over here, and we're going to start unboxing things one at a time. Timestamps to various things down below in case you want to jump to any specific box that you want to see, any character, any this, any whatever. If you want to see anything in particular, there will be timestamps down below so you can jump around. Past that, we'll be diving into this. And as usual, this is an unboxing and rambling. This, I think, are the, like the trays for your Too Many Bones chest thingy, the trove chest. I have the trove chest. I'm gonna figure out how this all fits in there because I don't instinctively know how. Although I kind of want Unbreakable as a separate box. I want something I can kind of just use as my separate box, just to, like, you know, use this. I don't know. Let's figure things out one at a time. This is an unboxing and rambling. If you're new to the channel, first of all, welcome aboard. Thank you. Good to see you here. Please like, subscribe, share, don't share. Who shares videos? Sharing videos seems... I guess there are people who share videos to Facebook groups. I've seen that happen. Like, you know, you go to a Too Many Bones group. I don't know how I'm putting this away. I need this over here. You go to a Too Many Bones group and you're like, hey, there's an unboxing. Check this out. So I guess that makes sense. If you do that, appreciate it. Thank you. As far as liking, subscribing, all those things, I mean, go for it. Ring that bell notification. For some reason, I only really say those things in unboxings. And the reason I say that in unboxings is most of the time I kind of just assume you're here for the content. It's either going to satisfy or not. But in unboxing and ramblings, I specifically like to warn you, this is a rambling. If you're looking for a, I don't know, a 4K video where I go on for 2.5 hours about every little component and how it works and all these things and talk about it, whatever your preferred style of unboxing is, this may or may not be that preferred style. My unboxings are specifically ramblings. I will talk about the game, I'll talk about Too Many Bones, and I will talk about whatever else makes its way into the video. I personally find the most, on a personal level, this is just me, not necessarily you, on a personal level, my most entertaining unramblings for me, unboxings for me, are the ones in which I barely talk about the game and I go all over the place to whatever conversational drifts happen to occur. But I don't plan those. I just walk into them having a conversation, and sometimes it's like, okay, great, I spent 35 minutes talking about a game, and other times it's like, oh my gosh, I don't even know where this stuff came from. It also makes the timestamping interesting because I never really timestamp based on what I'm talking about. I timestamp based on the various components I'm currently going into, which means you never really know whether it's a more or less interesting unboxing until you've watched it, which I guess is unfair. I feel bad now. I'm not trying to get you to watch every unboxing in case you're hoping for something funny to happen along the way. I don't know, but I also don't know how you like timestamp things if you're trying to focus on the conversation. I'm so all over the place on the conversation that it's hard enough to keep track as it is. It'll be significantly harder to keep track if I'm like monologued about why I was mistreated when I was 8 years old. I spent 14 minutes talking about why that game gives me a weird reaction every single time I play it. I don't know. You see, this is the problem. I don't know. Now I'm trying to force it. When I try to force it, it's not as natural. But we have Unbreakable here, which is easily the best cover of any Too Many Bones rulebook so far. This over here, Too Many Bones rulebook, it's a 39-page rulebook, which is, I guess, on par for the course. I will probably have to read this, I guess. We want to end the chapter. Don't care about that. I mean, it's nice. I'm just not... I can't read everything. I don't want it to be 2 hours long. The question is there a way to read through this that does not involve reading through everything? For those of you who have played a Too Many Bones game, welcome back to OpenEditor. You're familiar with most of the contents. Here are page references for the rules and concepts that are new to Unbreakable, so you can jump into your adventure. I love this. Thank you, Too Many Bones. I'm so glad this is here. Also, there's a part of me that kind of wants to read the whole rulebook to see how good it is, but it's hard to know how good the game is, how good the rulebook is, when I already know how to play. But it is good to know that I can jump straight to page 19 and find out about break-type baddies. Let's do that. Break-type baddies. Break-type baddies are a special baddie type found primarily in Unbreakable. They are mixed into the active stacks of all Unbreakable adventures, as all tyrants in Unbreakable include this baddie type. Good to know. Being from the underground themselves, they tend to have skills that deal with lava in different ways. Good to know. They are immune to lava damage. They do not take lava damage when occupying a lava position at the end of their turn. Okay, well, we're done. We figured break-type baddies. What's next? Battle map positions. Adjacent to diagonal movement. Rock positions. Battle modifiers. What's battle modifiers? Let's take that for a little run over here. Battle modifiers we got here. Battle modifiers show up in red text at the top of battle encounters. There are 2 types of modifiers in Unbreakable, darkness and shaky ground. When a battle has a darkness modifier, visibility... There are 2 types of modifiers in Unbreakable. Not 2 types of battle modifiers, 2 types in Unbreakable. That implies the presence of more battle modifiers that are not just in Unbreakable. Are they in some of these expansions on the table? Or are they in future Too Many Bones content? Is there future Too Many Bones content? Didn't they say that's the last thing that they're doing? I thought they said that's the last thing they're doing. I don't want to know what a updated, bigger, heavier trove chest even looks like. Okay, well, either way, we got darkness. Visibility in the ground is so low, it's difficult to see what the party's facing. Baddies always enter the battle mat unrevealed. Okay, these are cool. When shaking ground, when a battle has a shaking ground modifier, your party has reached an unstable area of the break where one false move can trigger a lava flow. Anytime a baddie deals damage to a Gearloc that causes the Gearloc to lose HP, the Gearloc's position immediately becomes lava if it's not already. This is fun. I like this. I like these battle modifiers. We'll read the rest of this later. Fortunately, I only have to read like 5 or 6 things. And let's go into what's in this box over here. So you got your standard Too Many Bones box situation over here. We're going to have our characters. We will have little trays to put things in, but I'm going to deal with that later. We have our cards, we have our more cards, we have our trays, and our trays. I'm going to open things and go through things as much as possible over here, with also the cognizance that there's only so much I can really do here, because when you do an unboxing and rambling, there's different things to keep in mind. Unboxings in general are arguably, I don't know. Okay, it's tricky. I was going to say they're the lowest form of content, but I don't know if that's true. Reaction videos are the lowest form of content. I've done one reaction video on my time on YouTube. I've done that, but even then, the lowest form of content is not what one person decides it is. It's what value. The ultimate content is there to provide value, and it's up to you, the person watching this video, to determine if you get value from that content, which means to some people, an unboxing video is an absolute waste of time. You don't even need to know the game. You don't need to play the game. You're not even offering an opinion on the game. You are simply wasting everyone's time. An unboxing video could be the lowest form of content. And that also those have their own genres. For myself, if I'm rambling with stuff, I'm not even talking about the game. Who knows what kind of tidbits you can find out? Who knows what kind of tidbits you might not? I don't know. But that might be better or worse, because the person came to the video hoping to find something informative. Instead, they find me talking about what the lowest form of content is, which I guarantee you, no one clicking on this video in any way thought that was what they were learning today. So now my information is all over the place. Arguably useful, arguably not, but certainly unexpected, and not something that you could have predicted would cause value. The flip side is maybe someone focusing, maybe it's interesting, maybe that's good, maybe that's something that does have value, maybe the person who's spending, an hour and a half focusing on little close-ups of miniatures are not providing value. But maybe they are. Maybe they're in some way showing you the components, making you question if you want that game, if the quality looks good enough for what you're looking for in your collection. Who knows? What about reaction videos? Reaction videos often provide entertainment. I'm going to open every single thing. Reaction videos can provide forms of entertainment, which to one person, they're like, congratulations, you are literally doing a video on the thing that the person did the video on. Why don't I do a reaction video on your reaction video and just keep going down an infinite rabbit hole of no one providing value? But somebody else decides, no, your reaction videos are funny. They make me laugh. And so this YouTube personality, whoever they might be, not me, obviously, someone else, some other YouTube personality, whoever they might be. Do I remember how these things go back in here? I always forget how they go in. But this YouTube personality, whoever they might be, they have something about their charm, their humor, something in some way, shape, or form adds value to the conversation. And so to someone, the reaction video is adding value. And then there's gameplays. I barely ever watch gameplays of a board game, okay? Barely ever. Not never, but barely ever watch gameplays of a board game. So to me, a gameplay could be the lowest form of content, and to somebody else, it is a useful form of content. My point is, this entire monologue is that the only people who decide what content has value are the people who choose to watch that content or not. If people tune in for content, and they do it often enough, then the content has value. If they don't, then the content's value is determined by the people who did tune in. And so, the idea that someone can be dismissive of forms of content, reviews are useless. I don't need you to tell me your opinion. I don't watch gameplays. Those are so long and they're just too much. Unboxings are a waste of time. Opinion pieces are just opinions. Anyone who just denies the value of video is effectively saying, I know other people get value from that thing, but I don't, and so it has no meaning. Those people are arrogant. Now I'm trying to second guess myself whether that's a problem or if I'm okay with that. I'm not gonna say they're arrogant. No, I take it back. Sometimes when I do these videos, I get a little too caught up in my own personal worldview, which is ironic given the twist, and then I make a declarative statement that doesn't take into account the opposite. They're not necessarily arrogant. They are stuck in their own frame of reference, and there's a degree of opining your opinion onto the world as if it's factual. Again, the irony of me doing this right now is not lost on me. Let's take a look at some chips. Let's take a little breather here and actually look at content. We'll come back to this conversation. So, we got our chips over here. These are the very cool chips. The other chips are there. Ooh, we got our lava chips. Lava. I'm going to keep things over because they're all lava. No, we got baddies. So, if you haven't played Too Many Bones, This is what a baddie looks like. They look like this. This delightful little stack of chips over here. We got 5 baddies over here. This is probably a 1-point baddie, just based on it being 3 health. It doesn't say. What is this? This is a boss. This is a boss. This is not a 1-point baddie. That makes more sense, because this guy over here, has 8 health. Look at him. Crowd Surf star power? What the hell? Crowd Surf? You can't call a guy Crowd Surf. Mimic backup plan? Volcanic rains? Why is there a person called Crowd Surf? And this is where, usually at this point in the conversation, people are like, but you didn't pay attention to the crowdfunding campaign, you missed it. And I did, but it was a while ago. And I go through a lot of crowdfunding campaigns, and I can't track every single one. Anyways, back to the conversation around arrogance and thinking your opinion means everything. So, it's complicated. Life is complicated, but I don't know if I can continue this conversation now, because I just spent some time saying that if you think too much of your opinion, then that makes you arrogant. So now I feel like stuck, that I can't continue the conversation without it inherently being my opinion. I think the issue I have is the declarative statement that something has no value to anyone, or they are the worst form of anything because you don't get value from something. I think that's what I have an issue with. But I don't know if I'm willing to say it's arrogant. I think there's a degree of being stuck in your own viewpoint there. But I think I have that as well. Even that part of me that said confidently it's arrogant, and then paused to reflect on it. The pausing to reflect is the good part. The confidently saying things without pausing to reflect, the less good part. This chip, by the way, is very thick. This coffee, by the way, very good. Not too many bones coffee, but it is caramel and nutty. This is going to be your time tracker chip over here, which, you know, they're nice to have. They're good. We have a bunch of these, we have our Gearlocs. Our Gearloc chips. I'm not going to go through every chip. This would take forever. But like, look at this Gearloc. This is upgraded Gearloc. You can tell because of the ring of stars around the edge. And then we got non-upgraded Gearloc, who does not have the ring of stars. Look how pretty it looks. Like, look at the shininess. Tell me that shininess is not cool. That's just like, the art looks amazing. I love the art of the Too Many Bones universe. This, by the way, this is a 5-point baddie. You can tell because it has a 5. Ooh, look at that guy. Look at him. It's got something cool in it, but we got over here, if we flip it over, we got a 5 on the back of it, which is how you know it's a 5-point baddie. And then so we got this guy, who's got reach and aggravated. I don't know what aggravated is. I don't recall what aggravated is. I like the art of the Too Many Bones universe. It's colorful at times, and even when it's not colorful, like, look at this guy. Look at this, orc miner, I guess. I was almost not going to show it to you, but then I was like, I can't tell the name and then not show it to you. I just think they have great production, great art, and they're coming a long way. Swordbreaker Callus over here. Swordbreaker Rating, got these chips over here. They've come a long way from the original Hoplomachus, which I got the original Hoplomachus, by the way, way back in the day. I traded for it. Not traded, that's not true. I bought it on eBay. Somebody was selling like 2 of the Hoplomachuses. There were 3 of the originals. And a person on eBay was selling 2 of them. And I had a friend in Toronto who had told me, oh my gosh, you have to pick up Hoplomachus. He's a solo gamer. He's very solo gaming. This is earlier when I was still briefly debating how much I cared about solo gaming. He's like, this game is amazing. You have to pick it up. It's incredible. And so I went on eBay. I found 2 of them for like $40, something like that. And I think that, if I recall correctly, it was a very good price. Like, they're generally going for $80. But it's in Canada, so there's less selection, less whatever. I bought it. I have family in Canada. I visited, picked it up, and then proceeded to play it. At some point. I don't remember when. I played Too Many Bones before I played Hoplomachus, I think. I'm trying to remember. It's been a long time. Life has changed a lot in the past, 10 years or whatnot. We got smokescreen bats. We got a flame soak, which makes sense. We got lava. Let's show you the flame soak here. It's a nice little bat. Not that it did anything wrong to you at all. Got the flame soak. Look at the guy. Look at the fluttering little wings. Anyways, this is the chips part of Too Many Bones. They're chip theory games. They have chips. They have dice. Hence the bones. They have all these dice over here. I don't know what to really show you. Are you someone who's watching this video? Are you watching like this as somebody who's never played Too Many Bones? Or have you played all kinds of Too Many Bones? How do I even approach this? Let's just go ahead and show you all the dice that you're going to be rolling and slotting into your battle mat. Because this over here is where you have your battle mats. If I can open this up. And again, I'm going to kind of keep this stuff in the Too Many Bones base box, in the Unbreakable box for now. And then figure out how I want to integrate it into the trove chest later. But we have our characters. We have Figment over here, who I'm going to, for the sake of this conversation, focus on right here. And there's only 2 in the box, because this is not the Too Many Bones core box. This is, we're going to have these over here. Now these, I was going to put these over here. That's not how that works at all. These are going to be rolled. You're going to roll some dice over here, some attack and defense, depending on your stats. So for example, he's attack of 1, defense of 1, which means right now, until he upgrades those, he's just rolling those. We got a bones that can go into our backup plan, where we can use a bone, and this can slot into our defense, which we can now ignore and attack against us, or reduce it by 1 damage. Next turn comes around, assuming this guy actually gets negated. If it doesn't get negated, it still counts against our 1 defense. If it does get negated, meaning you deal damage, we take some damage, we roll again. This bones will not lock in. Wow, Wow, this character. This is why it's called too many bones. Bones are effectively misses in the game, but you can use them towards your backup plan, so it's always like there's a compensating factor. You get them all the way to the end, you can upgrade your character and flip it to the star side. Hence, too many bones, too many misses. It works. It's fun. It means that even when you miss, you feel a sense of, look, I get to do stuff in the game. Now, there are a bunch of fun characters. One of my favorite things about Too Many Bones is the degree of fun characters you have in the game, and for that end, we have Gale as our second character from this box. So we have Figment and Gale. If I recall correctly, Figment has a degree of time travel-ish adjacent. I can't remember exactly, but we can take a look and read their boards. Gale, on the other hand, don't remember a thing about them. But you're also going to have your trays over here. You're going to have your trays where, let's put some stuff back in these boxes and put these back in here. I think it goes in, I can't remember how this, I mean, it's on video, but I never remember exactly how to put them back. And we have our trays over here. We got 2 more trays. This is going to come up over here. We got these chips, which I don't know what they are. Ooh, 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 ooh. Now, this is interesting. This is interesting. So, here's what we got here, if I can open this bag. So, in this bag, we got these over here, which they may not look like much to you. In fact, you may not even be able to see it. I don't know. Okay, you can see it over there. See that pattern over there? This token is something I've seen only once before. And I'm not saying it doesn't exist in the Too Many Bones universe, but the only time I've seen this token before was in Elder Scrolls Oblivion. And so now I'm unclear whether these go in here or not. Because here's the deal. You see these here? We got these kind of mirror situations here. I don't know if you're supposed to be like setting this up over here. If you are, that feels like it's annoying. But there are 3 of these chips, and they do feel like they would go on there just fine. Is that how it's supposed to work? I don't know. Time to read Gale. Gale. Dun dun dun. Dice icon. Nope. Not going to ignore that part. Born in the Break, Gale was raised by Mirrorwatt after the harsh conditions of her surroundings left her orphaned. Gravely injured in an attack on Mirrorwatt's compound, Gale's life was saved by wind-based cybernetic augments cooked up by her mentor. Unlocking major skills, enhancing, mechanic protocol, put the die, deal damage, choose one thing. I'm trying to see if there's a... Gale has major skill dice. Nope, does not seem to be relevant. I'm trying to see if those mirrors mean anything, because it feels like they do. Targeted med boost, brain scan, I got nothing. Let's take a look at Sidestep, because Sidestep, no, Gust Rockets. Gust Rockets is over, I don't know. Wall active, if a side with M, other, I don't know. Dice are boosted by number. I don't know how these things, like, they clearly have stuff here, and they have these 3 tokens, and the 3 tokens line up to the 3 things that are white, but what I do know is these go into your mat, kind of similar to these. They go into your mat like this in Elder Scrolls. This is not an unboxing of Elder Scrolls, so what does that have to do with anything? I have no idea. We'll have to read some rules and figure that out. But we have Gale. So we have Gale, and then we have Figment, who has... He has fashioned the orb into a time machine, allowing him to manipulate the flow of battle and observe the potentialities of other timelines as he fights for justice. So yeah, I remember that part right. But this over here, this is a character mat for Too Many Bones. You have to read the entire, both sides of them to get a sense of how they work. How does Figment work? Speaking of which, did I miss the critical Figment? Critical. Enhancing skills. Major skill dice, Gust Rockets adds the numerical value. I don't know how it works. Upgrade tokens should be placed into the slots. Okay, so it looks like these might be upgrade tokens. Where's our rulebook? Where's our rulebook over here? Okay, actually, I'm stuck on this now. I just want to figure it out. Okay, so we have our tokens. These tokens are going to be called, we got, where are they? Stat dice, stat dice. They're not on this page at all. I mean, they should be on this page, right? But I don't see them. Like, I legit don't see. Look, we have these, these. I don't see the tokens that they're supposed to be. They don't seem to exist on this page. They don't exist. These tokens don't exist. Are they called upgrade tokens? Why does it not reference these tokens? Is it on the other page? It doesn't seem like it. Gearloc mats, point baddies. I am bothered by those tokens do not seem to exist according to this rulebook. This is bothering me far more than it should. But she has over here, which are marked with those. These dice cannot be trained, and Gale's upgrade token should be placed in those slots on her Gearloc mat. Major skill dice can be trained as normal once both the following. Okay, it seems like maybe they block them, so maybe these over here are blocked, so these simply stop these from being upgraded. That's what I'm getting the sense of, but I'm spending way too much time on this, so we're going to move on, and we're going to stop spending any more time on this. It's been long enough. Anyways, so these are your character sheets. These are the characters you have to learn, and it's 2 in the Unbreakable box. 2 is all you need to play Too Many Bones. Heck, 1 is all you need to play Too Many Bones. I prefer playing 2 even when playing solo. I just like controlling, leveling up, and dealing with 2. I also find it's a drop easier. Solo I find particularly difficult. 4-player in general, a base game at least, I don't know if it's true for later on, but base game 4-player is a little too easy, I think. 2 and 3 is the sweet spot of where it's nice and challenging, in my opinion, with my gameplays. Limited gameplays, because I mostly play this game 2-handing characters or playing 2-player, 1-player each. 3 I've played a little bit, and 4 I've played like once. Anyways, let's continue. Why do we have a random chip over here? Why is her chip in here as opposed to in here? I don't have the answer for that. That might be like literally a component limitation thing, but it kind of feels a little bit annoying to have like a single chip over here. Make it a health chip or something. Here's our dice. We're going to put these off to the side and deal with the rest of this shortly because we're not done here. Here you have your character dice. Now these are going to go. This is where I should probably show you like one thing. You know what? No, I'm gonna do it with expansion characters. So I'm gonna keep these in the box. I want to keep these in the box. Here are your characters dice. They'll be going into individual slots. These are going to go onto your board. So for example, over here, this is probably one of these over here. We got dice number 7. Nope, dice number 7. This can't be 7. So it's probably the wrong character. It's probably 6 over here is your arm cannon. Gust rockets. There we go. Your gust rockets are going to go over here. And when you have these skills, you roll them along with the other dice. But when you roll them, depending what side you roll, you might get different things. We got a +1 on that side. We got a +2 on that side. So you have these different skill that you can utilize. And each character has such a different way that they operate. And they're so much fun. I want to play Unbreakable badly. I'm about to go to Origins. In fact, I don't know when you're seeing this video. I have to take a look at my schedule. If this video goes up before Origins, know that Too Many Bones Unbreakable should be at the GameFound booth at Origins. This game was funded at GameFound, and we have a lot of games that will be at that booth and will be playable. So if this video goes up before Origins, stop on by if you want to get a chance to play this. I hope to get a chance to play this at some point as soon as I'm able to. Let's go ahead and put this away. Nope, we got the cards. We still got the cards. But why was I saying this? I was saying I want to go to Origins and play through the game. I want to give this a shot. I want to try new characters. It's been a while since I learned a new character for Too Many Bones. It may have been over a year since I've learned a new character, and people assume that because of my love of Too Many Bones that I've played all the characters, which just isn't true at all. I've said this in a video here and there. I love Too Many Bones. I've played maybe 6 of the characters, not all of them. I haven't felt the need to continuously learn new characters because I find the game so rewarding as is that I take it with I take it like slowly. This to me is a lifestyle game. If I could only keep one game, there is a decent chance that Too Many Bones would be that game system. I did a video on if I could only keep 10 games, and and this is with expansions. I mean, if it was only a core game, I don't know whether it would still make the cut. But if it's with expansions and I can only keep one game, I think Too Many Bones would be very possibly that game. Very possibly. It's just so good. Like I love the game system. I love the way playing characters feels. I love the variance of the baddies, the bosses, the characters, the amount of scenarios we have, the amount of content there is for this game. This is a $1,500 game. If you have everything for this, it's a $1,500 game. By the way, fun fact, we'll be going through Riffle today as well as the coffee pack. So, here we go. We got baddie whistle. We got a hastily assembled decoy, which is fun. By the way, we're like 20 minutes into this unboxing, and I've only done the core box barely. What is this? Trove loot? What is this situation? I don't know what that is. Oh, is that just a cover card? We have our burnt trove map, our stone helmet, secret deodorant. Place a poison 3 effect die on yourself and any baddie on the battlefield on the battle mat. That is intense. It's interesting. Shiny mirror. At the start of the round, move a baddie's initiative die down 2 spots in the initiative mirror. That could be useful. And these have limited uses. Well-healed boots. After you resolve your movement phase, move up to 2 positions. So just more effects. A day planner. I need a day planner. Place a bones into your backup plan. Usable no more than once on each of your turns. Cannot be used on your turn which you use your backup plan. Okay, I like that. Interesting. Pro Seeing Power, Gearloc Gorp, Thick Bandage, Edible Fungi. I mean, these are just, I like the art, I like the cards, I like the characters. Beagle Magnet, Ice Pack, Trove Converter, Recharge. Lots and lots of things over here as far as the general cards. And then we have some various, boss encounters, I believe, if I recall correctly. Epilogue encounters. Anyways, then we have our encounter cover card over here. Our day counter card. And we have, what is this? These are general encounters, I guess. Or, these are... Oh, 1 second. Am I reading this the wrong way? Creative differences, yeah, these are the encounters over here. The Tyrant encounters. And that means we're going to have over here, we're going to have our regular encounters. Let's go ahead and read one of these. Constructive... That's too long. I got to that too long, and I was like, I'll read this one instead. Not again. Aw, poop. That's, I believe, what it says, yes. Let's find a medium one. Breakquake. We're preparing to face off against a crew of enemies who have been following us for the last several miles. But just as we launch our attack, the entire world lurches around us. It's an earthquake, and we're in the earth. That's the worst place you can be at a time like this. They're not wrong. Thankfully, our foes are also in the worst place you can be at a time like this, so we're all on equally shaky footing. With all these converging fault lines, however, we may not be on any footing at all pretty soon. I bet this uses unstable ground. Let's take a look. Convert these baddies, create this at the end of each round. Few is only a tremor. Wait, no, it didn't do it. It doesn't say that there's unstable ground in play. That bothers me. That bothers me. After the whole unstable ground effect over there. Either way, we got these over here. We got our campaign rewards over here if you look through these. And we have more encounters over here. So we have the special encounters for these, as well as any solo. No, just special. And that's what we have. That's our decks of cards over here. Which means these can now go back in their respective boxes in their plastic waterproof cards. And this game, by the way, is waterproof. For those of you who don't know that, it's one of those facts that I think at this point is considered to be generally known. But in case you don't, this game is waterproof. Why is it waterproof? Because, why not? But anyways, that is the base game of Too Many Bones Unbreakable. We got 2 characters, we got new stuff, we got new cards, all fun things, but that is not anywhere near all the stuff we have over here. Let's go ahead and put this stuff away and then go on to continue with more things because we have a lot more things. And I need to, again, hope that I'm doing this correctly. I vaguely recall it being like this. This is how I think it is. And then this goes like this. Yeah, there we go. I always forget the exact way that this fits back into the box, but that seems to have done it over here. We got this over here, so we're going to move these off to the side. Let's make these not like, I don't like these being a little off like that. Let's grab this, put this here, put this, our battle mat over here. This is our Too Many Bones Unbreakable battle mat, our characters, and then of course we also need our rulebook because that's relevant. And that's what we have for our core box of Unbreakable. Now before we dive into more stuff, because there is a whole lot more stuff, a quick word from our sponsor of today's video, which is OneSharpJoe. OneSharpJoe, speaking of when this video goes up, hopefully by the time you watch this there's still time for this, but whether or not there is, you can go ahead and find these. But OneSharpJoe makes a ton of component holders over here. You can get customized component holders too, as you can see over here, and you can put whatever you need into these component holders as you find things. So for example, this is a good time to go ahead and open up the coffee pack over here. And OneSharpJoe makes a bunch of things, but I'll talk about those shortly. But he's the sponsor of today's video over here. I'll include a link to his website down below. And you can go ahead and put your coffee chips into a coaster. Why are you putting your coffee chips into a coaster? No idea. Just to show you that these can hold things, and that's how these work over here, as we try to line these up in different ways. And we have cards too, which is helpful. And these component holders, I'll link the site down below. Depending on when you're watching this, there may still be time to use the coupon code or whatnot to get a little bit of a discount specifically on these component holders. But this is not the only thing that he sells over here. He has a bunch of things, and these can go over here. So you have your card holders as far as these situations there, or you could do your halfway holder things over here for these. But this is what he has over here. We're going to go ahead and show this around for you. And these are all magnetically inclined, so you can see I can just pick up whatever, and they're all there. But this is OneSharpJoe. He has anything from inserts to component holders to boxes and other things, a whole bunch of stuff. You want your Marvel Champions collection stored, you know, nicely, he's got a whole bunch of options for you. You want to store your Marvel United, he's got that. Arkham Horror, LCGs, all of that is at OneSharpJoe. I'll have a link to that down below. And with that, let's go ahead and put these off to the side while we continue to all the various expansions, because there are a bunch of expansions. So, we got well, let's do the coffee stuff right now. Let's do the promos because we actually already started these. These are promo packs. This is a promo pack you can get by either buying Too Many Bones coffee, which again, this is not. I do highly recommend their coffee. I've had it. It is my favorite coffee ever, specifically the caramel nutty. I love it. I want more of it. Right now I'm trying a cheaper caramel nutty that is not as good, but close. It is close, but I want to save that for a special occasion coffee. But you can either buy these individually because you may not be a coffee personality, in which case you get these promos individually for, you know, all these various options for the art on these coffee tiles. What gameplay relevance do they have? I have no idea because I haven't read these cards yet. 12-ounce coffee, this is what we have. We have our 12-ounce coffee cards. Use in various ounce amounts to drink at the start of battle. Add one to your backup line. Is this like use, drink, bribe, go first, pay Keysmith 24 ounce. So if you have 2 of these 12-ounce coffees, you can open a trove loot with them. That's fun. You can get snobby. Whenever you draw a loot with coffee in its name, draw another loot. I like that. I'm still not clear if, oh, this tastes nutty with caramel tones. You see, I like the caramel nutty, I told you. Now, I'm not clear if these have anything. Alternative art Gearloc. Oh, I see that now. I didn't look closely enough. That's Gilly. I didn't realize that. This is specific Gearlocs with their alternate art that I did not realize when I was doing this. Is this... Oh my gosh. That's Stanza. Look at Stanza. That's insane. Look at her. Yeah, this is fun. I don't mind this. These will have to go into a pack somewhere, though, because I'm not keeping this like this. But we will go ahead and look at the ally pack and the crossover pack, because we may as well do all the promo packs at once. It makes the timestamping easier. So, we got our ally pack over here. No cards in here. Just some allies. We got Flight over here from this character. We got Hardy from the bear. We have some of these guys over here. Look at the mech. We got a mech over here. These are going to be from Jericho. We got a spider bot. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Oh, I'm showing you the wrong camera there, I realized. Jericho, look at that. We got some fun things. This is a bunch of allies for Tink Spiderbots and Gilly's companions. And then lastly, we got this one, which is going to be a crossover pack. And I like the way this is phrased on the front, by the way, because this is phrased on the front that sometimes when you're playing one chip theory game, you kind of like to be playing a different one. This Too Many Bones crossover pack, featuring loot themed after some of our other big box titles, solves this totally real problem that we didn't just make up. Basically, it's loot from their other games, so that you could, you know, mix them in different ways. And I will say, these cards are a drop bent over here. Like, they're a drop bent, there's a curve to it by being with those chips in that bag for who knows how long. And it is who knows how long, because some of these things, in case you're wondering, the Too Many Bones coffee pack and Riffle, whenever we get up to him, are the two things that weren't part of the Unbreakable stuff. I just happen to have them, I never unboxed them, so I figured I'd do them together. We have Command Module, Convoluted Hummingbird, and Dustbreaker, otherwise known as Hopomakis Burn Cycle, and I'm guessing that Convoluted Hummingbird is from Cloudspire? I'm guessing. I feel it has to be. It talks about the Onslaught phase, and it has a whole lot of text on it, but I think most of the text you can ignore. But yeah, Dustbreaker. I have that sword up here. A good time to mention, I have a sword from Ship 3 Games. They sent me a sword a while ago. Take that into account as we go through things. What am I going to do with these? I'm just going to, I guess I'll toss these in here for right now, and we'll put them off to the side and deal with them later, because I don't know what to deal with them in this moment. You can go into my pile of plastic on the floor that gets taken care of later. What do we do next? Do we do characters or do we do small boxes? Let's do the characters last. They're more fun. Small boxes it is. We have the Gearloc Child. This is another one I ordered a while ago, but you could get your hands on it now. The Gearloc Child, in case you didn't know who that is basically the promo that came out with Baby Yoda times. That I ordered this a while ago. I don't know if I ever... Yeah, this is... Let's go and go through this over here. We have the Gearloc Child. Meet the Gearloc Child, the one and only character in the Too Many Bones Mandalorian series. Mandalorian, not Mandalorian, Mandalorian. This young Gearloc may look like Baby Gilly, but he isn't. He's his own person, full of dreams and goals and unexplained power. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm going to shake this to get this out over here. We have our... This is what we got. So we got a few things here. We have this, and we have this. Do we have a chip? Do we not have a chip? I guess we don't have a chip. I'm kind of disappointed. I wanted a chip. But let's go ahead and show you this all the same. This is like, let's just try to do this here, like so, and then rip it. There we go. This is your mat for the Gearloc Child. Okay, you can walk around with the Gearloc Child. You can use your dice for the Gearloc Child over here. Here we go, our dice. We have them over here. What do they do? I have no idea. Why do I have no idea? Because I did not read the rules for the Gearloc Child yet. I'm assuming it's over here somehow, in some way. Cradle, 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 cradle. The Gearloc Child setup. Special encounter, the Mandalorian. To include the Gearloc Child in content in your game, add the day 1 part 1 special encounter Mandalorian to the top of your encounter deck doing setup. Place all of the content. Okay. He's treated as a heavy loot. Interesting. So it's a little child. It's going to go into the box. I'm going to pop him in here like this with his dice. Like so. Maybe I'll take the opportunity to throw promos into here so I could get this all taken care of and just not deal with this until later. Which means you'll have to move out of the way. You'll be able to go like this just fine. You can go over here. And there we go. We now have all this in the box, and we are totally, totally golden. Oh, we forgot this part. Oh well. That's going to go in here. We now have the Gearloc Child, which means these can go off to the side. And this guy can go up here. The Gearloc Child. I'm nowhere near done my coffee, by the way. Anyways, we got 40 Waves in Daelore and 40 Caves in Daelore. These are, basically, if you missed it, there's 40 Days in Daelore was one of the expansion content they had for the base game. Then, they decided to have 40, I don't know the order actually, but they decided to have 40 Caves in Daelore as part of Unbreakable, because you're in caves. Then they had 40 Waves in Daelore, because they never actually gave that similar content for Undertow, so now you have a ton more content for your Chip Theory Games Too Many Bones universe, an absolute ton of content. I want to get rid of another 5 games today. Why? Because whenever I touch Too Many Bones, I want to get rid of 5 other games because I want to play Too Many Bones. And the way I can do that is by getting rid of other games that are taking up my time and attention. So, can I do this? Can I do this throughout the course of the unboxing where I decide 5 games that I'll get rid of? Let's find out. I think it's motivational. Let's try to figure this out. I don't know what I'm choosing yet, but I should choose things. It's so hard. The problem is Too Many Bones is too good. And I've done full purges because of this game. Let's do 40 Waves of Daelore first, because I love Undertow. It was my introduction to the series. That's how I learned Too Many Bones. We got our little packs over here. Our, pack of stuff over here. What is this stuff in here? No idea. More stuff, more miniatures. I'm not going to open, you know what? No, I'm going to open it. I'm going to do this. Why not? If you're going to commit, let's commit fully. Also, I still need to look around my shelves over here and decide on 5 games I'm getting rid of that I'm comfortable saying are not worth keeping because I'd rather play this game. It's hard. I actually keep a fairly refined collection. Once you get over the fact that... Did I get rid of Lacrimosa? Oh, man. I like Lacrimosa. Letters from Whitechapel? I could do Letters from Whitechapel. I like Letters from Whitechapel, I do. But I can get rid of Letters from Whitechapel. I might get rid of Letters from Whitechapel. I think Letters from Whitechapel. We've just chosen one. That's the first one. Anyways, moving on to the next one over here. We have our various characters. We got these people from the universe. So more baddies to mix in. And that's the big problem here, which is I don't know how I'm going to manage all the, mental decision space of how to integrate all my content here. What are these? These are more of these just upside down. There's tons and tons of baddies over here. I don't know how I'm going to integrate that mental decision space as I go through things. I'm still looking at my shelf trying to figure out what goes next. What gets burnt next? I can get rid of power plants. Power plants from KTPG games. I like power plants. I don't know if I want to get rid of it yet. I want to play it more first. Now this video has become a how many games can we purge while doing an unboxing. Anyways, from here we got Welcome to 40 Days in Daelore over here. Yeah, so we could just open this. Let's open this at the top. They have little pins. I find using knives are often better unless they are perfectly well suited as far as how they come off. But let's grab these over here. And we got Welcome to 40 Days in Daelore. The expansion for Undertow adds more baddies, more encounters. I'm not going to go through all these. It's just more stuff as far as, Undertow content. It's going to integrate nicely into Undertow, but I need to go figure out where my decks of cards are in a way that is more manageable, because at this point I have a trove chest. I thought I just figured it out, and now I'm back to square one, not understanding how any of this is going to work. I really am just distracted now. Do I get rid of For Sale? I think For Sale has a place, but I don't know what that place is because it never gets played anymore. Fine, I'm getting rid of For Sale too. It's a good game, but I don't know. I should focus on this video. I'm gonna go back to focusing on this video because now I'm just too mentally distracted. Forget what I said. There'll be a future. What I will do is after this video is done, I'm gonna go around and find 5 games to get rid of. That's a commitment. It's gonna happen. Whether I play them or not play them, 5 games are leaving. As part of my next games leaving the collection video, I will specifically say here are 5 games in my collection, not games that I played for the first time, games in my collection that are leaving. I'm gonna be getting rid of 5 games because of this. Stay tuned for the next games leaving the collection video for that. Alright, so we got more guys from this situation here. More characters to go through. We got, what is this? What is that character? An Orc Battle Bard. That's fun. We're going to take on the Orc Battle Bard. Got all these characters. We got a Troll Hopsomancer. What did it say? Troll Quarryman. Just all these various tokens here. We're going to get to the characters soon, because the characters are my favorite part of Too Many Bones, even though I've only played 5 or 6 of them. I think I played 6. I have to go through them and think through them. I know I've played Tantrum. I know I've played Stanza. I know I've played Duster. I have to go through the ones in the base box, because I started with Stanza and Duster. They're my first 2 characters to play with in general. I very much like the combination of the 2. They're honestly, whenever I'm just feeling like I don't want to deal with anything, and I want to play Too Many Bones, they are my go-tos because I know the characters, I know how they operate, and I like the way they vibe together. Welcome to 40 Caves in Daelore, and again, more content for your Too Many 40 Caves in Daelore content. I don't think I've sleeved this game, because I don't think you need to sleeve this game. But I probably still want to sleeve this game. I know I want to sleeve this game. I'm just not going to sleeve this game. I'm going to have self-control and not do so. So, we have one more of these. We have the Rage of Tyranny. That, again, is another pun, because there was previously the Age of Tyranny. Now we have the Rage of Tyranny. I'm a little disappointed that I don't have something for the water. What rhymes with age or rage that is water-based? Sage, cage, I don't know, mage. Gauge. Assuage. I don't feel like I have something that rhymes with cage that's water-based. So, what is Waves of Tyranny over here? No idea. We're going to open this up. We do have dice over here. So we have dice in addition to everything else. We have dice in that box, which is fun. Are these more bosses? Welcome to Waves of Tyranny. Consists of expansion material for both Too Many Bones and Undertow. They combined it. So we're not going to get a rhymes with something water-based. It contains 2 different aspects that can be added to either or together. New starting day encounters and alternate tyrants. So more content for the game. And you could already mix and match to a large extent. There are times you have some things you have to be mindful of. Some more special encounters. We have poppy seed muffins, shrapnel confetti, awkward armor, suspicious cupcake, manacles, orc in a box, poison jerky, and unfortunate discovery. And then we have we have Wrath of Barnacle. Oh, interesting. Oh, these are alternates. So they use existing enemies. You see Vex of Volkash, they have Volkash. They have like all these characters. So it's giving you more content for this game. I like that. I like the way it's doing that. Giving you more variety to existing content that you already have. Because I need more variety, because I have not played anywhere near enough of my Too Many Bones content. Okay, so we're done with all the small box stuff. We're done with these, we're done with these, we're done with that. This is not the same size as those, which is slightly vexing, but I understand why that has to be the way it has to be. Let's go ahead and take a look at Riffle first, because Riffle has a deck of cards. That's like a special Riffle deck of cards, and this was a hard to get promo situation that as soon as it went on sale, I went ahead and immediately bought some of it. Here we go. Polaris, Carcass, Static. And then we're going to dive into the 3 new Gearlocs because they all have their own unique flavor and feel. And they come in these giant boxes because they have their whatever material is, the plastic sheets you have that you need to go through. So, add-on character requires Too Many Bones, Undertow, or Unbreakable. And then we have their character tray. We have their specific deck. And then we have their stuff here. So, whenever you have these, this is going to be the standard way this operates over here. Riffle has something to do with deck of cards. What? I have no idea. I have to read it all to find it out, which I'm not going to do right now because that would be a lot of reading. But he has an entire deck of cards over here. Look at the spot that he has for deck of cards. And this, by the way, is a completely legitimate deck of cards. There's nothing, like this is not a fake deck of cards. I scratched it with my knife. I was too casual. But we have a deck of cards over here. I think I actually have a backup. I'm pretty sure I have an extra one of these elsewhere, so I might use that. But this is just a nice deck of cards over here. Which we can, this is so silky smooth, it's incredible. Look at that. Look at the art on this. Look at this. And that means I have to do my usual trick over here. There we go, as far as that goes. But these over here, these look beautiful. They feel beautiful. They feel like the same material. Like, look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that situation here. You can go ahead, and I assume we're going to shuffle up at some point, which means do I dare shuffle it? Is there a card left in here? Where's the Ace of Hearts? The Ace of Hearts, is it here? Yeah, it's at the bottom. We're going to go ahead. Let's do a trick. Let's do a trick. Ooh, it's so smooth. That is just, look at that. Got these cards over here. And we're going to go ahead and just find a card. We're going to find a card. We're going to find a card for you, okay? We're going to go ahead and I guess let's just show ahead and show you the card here. So we got the 10 of clubs over here, which we're going to take and we're going to put it into the middle. Okay, we're going to put it into the middle, just over here, just 10 of clubs over there. Going to put it into the middle. How to do this again? Let's go here, and just, you can see it over there, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this half over here, put it off to the side here. Usually I have you doing this. And what I want you to do is I want you to just go ahead and just tuck that into there. We're going to shuffle this up over here, away off to the side, and then my hand, completely clean, is going to reach over here and find your 10 of clubs. That works better when you're on the receiving end of it, like right in front of me. But there's lots of fun card stuff. I used to do a lot of Magic. Now I just kind of peripherally do the remains of my Magic. But this deck of cards goes over here. You're going to have that. You have Riffle sheet. You have your character thing over here. Oh, we need to put this back probably. Let's put this like this over here. Just track it all. This can go here with the specific dice and things. And again, this is going to be stored shortly in their own... Actually, I wonder how this fits in the trove chest. But Riffle. Riffle's going to have card combos over here, which look phenomenally fun. Riffle declares now time to go, taking the fight to Daelore's Tyrants with a deadly poker face and a stacked deck. So Riffle has a whole thing in how their deck works over here. You have to read all that to learn how to play the character. Too Many Bones is an investment. This game is an investment in terms of learning how to play it. Also, I don't like this the way this is. I want this underneath. Sorry. Just the way that was. I was feeling a little bit off. It felt like a little bendy on top. Not entirely positioned. So we are good to go with this over here. Which means next we're going to go ahead and grab... obviously Professor Trelawney, and everyone knows that's Professor Trelawney. I think that's pretty obvious as far as how that goes. And we're going to take her and put her into one of the trays that we have over here. Because we have Trelawney over here, which we got this. We got over here these, which is some of this stuff over here. So we got some trays. Nope, these are Tyranny trays. We got trim trays. These are trays over here as far as these go. And this can go off to the side. We'll deal with the rest of this later-ish. I'm not going to deal with the stickers right now, so I'm going to put those back. I just want to show you a little bit. So I don't want to like get too caught up in sticker stuff because I want to do those when I'm patient and not feeling the camera on me. Because I want to, stickers are always a lot. So we have our token tray for this. We're going to take this out over here, and this is going to go into the trove chest. What we're effectively going to do is we're going to take Trelawney with her glowing floating orbs. It looks so cool over here. I'm going to take her out. This over here can go here. We have our, what is this? Delve Deep with Polaris. I don't know what that means at all. But we got Trelawney over here. Polaris, I should say, not Trelawney. We have our trays over here, which we're going to look at in a second. I'm going to flip these over. Let's go ahead and grab this out. It's the wrong side, which is the problem. Alright, there we go. And then we're going to take these, and these will have to go into the tray somewhere. Delve Deep with Polaris. What is this? Dice icon key, not reliant on other skills. I don't know what this is. Some sort of delve situation. She's delving into caves. I don't know exactly how this works, but I'm going to have to look this up later because I'm not doing that now. What I am doing now is I'm going to look at her board here. Oh my gosh, she has this whole system here. Look at this. Look at how this works. I don't know how she stores this stuff at all. Well, this will probably go in here like so. These are her like floating balls that are going to in some way move around this grid in different ways. They look cool. They feel premium. What do? No idea. But for right now, they're going to go ahead and be stacked in here. Are they going to fly around over there? Almost certainly, but we'll just have to deal with that because these are going to go in there as well. So we're going to take her number dice and put them into these spots over here, and they get oriented a bit as we go through that. Then these are going to all go over here. Now I could try to orient them by number. You know what? Maybe I will. Maybe I will if I can get these out. I can't get these out, so we're not going to try to orient them by number now. I'll organize them properly later. But basically, if you ignore the organizing them properly part, because I need to get those out there, we're going to put these back in her individual tray, and then this will go into the larger box, and there you go. You have your character cards over here. This can be put off to the side, and then this is going to be your tray that goes into the Too Many Bones, you know, trove chest over here. So this gives you the trove chest situation. These, I don't know how that operates because I feel these. I wonder if we put them, if we put these underneath like so. I mean, we could put them in the plastic bag, but that feels like so much work. If I do this like so, I wonder if they even can get out. They don't. That's actually fun. Look at that. Look at that. They don't get out. Okay, now they get out. So if you shake them enough and specifically go upside down, they will get out. But I will put them back in here for right now and hope that just the sheer pressure of them causes that to not be a thing. Let's put that back down here, close it off, and this way they kind of stick in there. Nope, even a little bit they kind of fall out. Alright, we'll just deal with that as it is. I don't know exactly how I'm going to deal with that, but that is, again, you could use the bag, but I feel that doesn't feel as premium. Is there a specific one that's custom for her? I don't imagine there is. I also wouldn't put it past them. Anyways, we're going to put this back in here. This can also go in here in case you want that there, which I think I do because I'll deal with the rest of this later, but I think I'm going to put it in here so I can deal with this cleanup later. So that's Trelawney over here, which means we have, I have to figure out what to do with this. Those, I don't like throwing those out, but if they don't have a purpose, they don't have a purpose, and they may not have a purpose. I'll save Carcass for last because Carcass is my personal favorite right now. Static, I was just talking about with Devin recently, and Devin was saying how Static is his favorite. I am looking forward to diving into this game. I don't know when I'm going to play all these characters. I have so many games that have shown up recently that I want to play. I have The Witcher that showed up. I have other games that I definitely want to play that just showed up that I don't remember right now. I have Cyclades, but I am actually playing that one. Cyclades, I think I'm diving into tomorrow night. My tomorrow night is in your past, just so we're on the same page. But, oh my gosh, we got Static chips over here. So Static operates with a degree of melee combat and static electricity. He's shocking his enemies while dancing around them on the board. How does that manifest in interesting skills? I don't know yet because I haven't read his, you know, custom sheet and all that. But we do have these as far as some degree of static balls that are in some way going to be navigating around the battle mat. Again, the how I can't tell you until I actually play the game, but overall, same thing as everything else, they look cool. Which means lastly, let's just show you Static one last time. Look at that guy. Look at these characters. They're very fun. And then lastly, we're going to go ahead and take a look at Carcass, who Carcass basically eats the bodies of his enemies as you go through it. So Carcass over here is going to be our last one today. And then, I wonder what our what's our count of Gearlocs at this point? We have over here, we have 4, 5, 6 alone. No, 5 alone? 6 alone. We have 6 alone today. Then we have 4 in the base game. So 6 alone plus 4 in the base game is 10. Plus 2 in Undertow is 12. Plus a whole bunch more in other expansions. We're at like 16, 17? I'm not entirely clear, honestly. I do hear a child possibly coming, so we have to deal with that shortly. Maybe, maybe not. But we have Carcass, who eats the bones of the enemies, and comes with a cookbook that's literally called Cooking with Carcass, and gives you legitimate recipes that you can go ahead and eat. Okay, that's what you have here. You have an actual cookbook. Pickled cackler eggs. We have sauvage with edible fungi. Like, who sat there and made these recipes up? I'm curious. Chip Theory Games, I am curious, who is responsible for making these recipes? Who vetted these recipes? Who put them together? I am curious, what's the assigned role at your headquarters in which this happens? Because I am very curious about that. I'm also curious why one of these bags had a bag around this thingy and the rest don't. Although I'm curious what the recipe cards are. Place baddie here. Oh my gosh. So you're going to have these recipe cards, you're going to place the baddies on them, and then you're going to use that baddie. So you have to kill the baddies and then use them. Single use, either deal 2 damage to a non-adjacent unit, or reduce a poison effect die on yourself or an adjacent unit by number equal to the defense stat of the cooked baddie. +1 if the baddie is specifically that green mushroom type. So you literally are cooking the baddies, putting them onto your recipe cards, and then we have our battle mat over here, which I'm going to have to read how that one operates and works. I want to play with Carcass. I want to give Carcass a shot and see how this works over here, because that's one I've been saying for a while is the one that I'm looking forward to the most, and so I want to see how that actually manifests as we go through it. Oh, this has to go underneath, I think. Yeah. I don't love how this goes in here. This feels a little bit loose as far as the situation stuff. It is what it is. But either way, that's going to be what we have over here, which means that is everything Too Many Bones. A whole lot of stuff, a whole lot of cleanup, a whole lot of integrating this into my trove chest at some point. Again, Unbreakable I'm going to keep separate for right now, because I want to kind of have a separate like box I can actually like hold on to and utilize. Everything else here has to go into the trove chest. I have to look up a guide, because I don't feel the need to try to figure this out myself. I'll look up a guide. I'll figure it out. No, someone else will figure it out. I'll look up, I'm sure Chip Theory Games is actually very good with their video content, so I'll try to do it from them. But in any case, until next time, I'm Alex Radcliffe from Board Game Co. This is all your Unbreakable new stuff for the game. 6 new characters, a whole lot of encounters, and then of course a new core box. There's a lot of this game. It is possibly, it's not my #1 game of all time, but if I go, it's like, I think I put it at number 6 of all time last year, and I could see that going up. I really like this game and would happily play it all the freaking time. In any case, until next time, I hope you have a good one.